space, and they use them well against these Tanzania side who come into the third Nations Cup. I mean, they've been there, never gone past the group stage. And well, a big battle they do have tonight if they are nursing that ambition. Finally, Foba looks okay. The Tanzania goalkeeper Ademola Lookman to take the corner for the Super Eagles. Nodded, but the woodwork denied. Calvin. We need another look at that. Was that Calvin? I do not think so.
That was
Akko Adams definitely denied by the woodwork.
That's the goalkeeper's best friend right there, the crossbar. Ademola Lookman with a beautiful out swinger, and Jerome Akko Adams just rose highest inside the penalty box. Connected with that one beautifully well, just struck the crossbar. And for the goalkeeper of Tanzania, of course, the fans right there, they can definitely heave a huge sigh of relief. Well, for the fans out there, they can be rest assured that Super Eagles of Nigeria, they have started like the more purposeful team in this encounter after 11 minutes of football being played right there in Fez, Morocco. Super Eagles of Nigeria, they've definitely been on the ascendancy, and it's all about Tanzania just trying to soak in the pressure.
Fair man, having bodies behind the ball every time.
And of course, what matters most is that Super Eagles of Nigeria need to make all of this possession count, get an early goal. But we know how Super Eagles of Nigeria can always be. Sometimes they can so dominate, and when a goal goes against them, it's always back to status quo.
Nigeria. Yeah, also looking at taking advantage of a moment where the Tanzanians tried to go for goal. We saw one of that earlier on with Victor Osimhen in the thick of it. Definitely had a touch.
Absolutely spot on from the AR right there. Yes, indeed, a corner kick.
I thought he said it's a throw-in. He actually raised his flag for a throw-in. That's why I was
That should have been a corner.
It's a corner kick, but it's a throw-in that was awarded. That throw-in has been taken by the Super Eagles. Will build the play from the right, where Samuel Chukwueze drifted towards the left. He has his captain, Wilfred Ndidi, to play with. Wilfred to Calvin. Now the ball on the foot of Semi Ajayi, who gives it away, and Tanzania can break, but a strong marking there by Wilfred Ndidi. Forces the Taifa Stars to retreat. They still have control of possession now, and they can actually create something out of this one. It's a lobbed ball into the marksman there, who hits the target, of course, but the ball not strong enough to worry Stanley Nwabali in goal for the Super Eagles.
Well, for Tanzania, they have shown that, yes, they've also got something.
That's what I told you earlier. This is exactly what they will rely on all 90 minutes.
Yeah,
counter-attack moment.
Yes, and of course, with what they've just shown right now, it shows that some Super Eagles of Nigeria, defensively, they also need to be careful. They need to be cautious. They don't need to just throw caution into the wind. They don't need to throw bodies up front and just forget about the defense line as well. Having the partnership of Shemilu Gwaji and of course Kevin Bassi, they need to be at alert. They need to be on the alert. They have to stay concentrated at every given point in time, because you snooze, you lose in this encounter. The level is so high. There's zero or no room for error at all. You just have to ensure that you are indeed compact defensively, midfield-wise, and of course attacking-wise as well. I'm loving this urgency I'm seeing from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Yeah. Hopefully they can get to build and of course maintain the momentum. It's not just to start like this. Can they maintain the momentum up until the 90th minute?
Yeah, definitely. Tanzania are not here to make up the numbers. That's what we have seen in the first 15 minutes of this game. It's the ultimate football experience coming to you from the stable of Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. And also we have the Eagle 7 Bamboo Garden, where the fans are also having a great experience. Later on, we'll be connecting with Raymond. In the meantime, Nigeria can go in front. Victor Osimhen shoots wide. Victor Osimhen moment. A couple of our fans believe this is the man that would score first for Nigeria. And I'm thinking, yeah, I hope it doesn't turn out to be one of those underwhelming tournaments for Victor.
Well, just like what we witnessed in the 2023 edition, although it went down in January, February 2024, you will not begrudge a whole lot of Nigerians for thinking that Victor James Osimhen will open the scoring for Super Eagles of Nigeria. We were out there on the streets earlier today, and I was asking a whole lot of Nigerians, and they felt that Victor James Osimhen will definitely open the goal scoring for Nigeria right there at the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. But then again, yeah, things don't work like that. Football isn't 1 + 1 = 2. Like the last edition that we witnessed right in Ivory Coast, we all felt that Victor James Osimhen, then he was the current African Footballer of the Year, that he was going to definitely pull the chestnut out of the fire by scoring loads of goals. But guess what? It wasn't meant to be. Yeah, performance-wise, he did his best, but he did not really convert a whole lot of goals. And even when the country also had penalties, he shied away from the penalty duties. It was all about the retired player right about now, William Troost-Ekong, who was taking all of the penalty. But right about now, he has been appointed as the designated penalty taker for Super Eagles of Nigeria, and of course one of the assistant captains of the team as well. So now he knows that there are more responsibilities on his shoulders, and we know how he often just does it by just taking everything Super Eagles of Nigeria with so much seriousness. He's one player that whenever he does the green and white of Super Eagles of Nigeria, he puts in 101%, not just only for Super Eagles of Nigeria, even for the Lions of Galatasaray. So you will not begrudge Nigerians for thinking that Victor James Osimhen will open scoring for Team Nigeria right there at Afcon 2025. But then again, it's a team sport. The goal can come from anywhere. We saw Jerome Ako Adams. He has come the closest for Super Eagles of Nigeria, whereby his ball or his header indeed struck the crossbar. Talk about the goalkeeper's best friend. Whoever gets the goal first, it's all well and good, as long as it's about Super Eagles of Nigeria getting a noses in front, even if it is Stanley Wambali ball.
Yeah, that's going to be very rare. I think the last time we saw a Super Eagles goalkeeper score is Victor Osimhen. Hello there, Raymond Akparore. How are you?
Hello.
Raymond, how are you? How are you following the action right there in Lagos?
Well, it's interesting. I said that we're waiting for goal at least. About being a bad start, apparently. But of course, since no goal, you know that Nigerians will naturally expect we'll get an early goal. But so far, the lost opportunities, and most of the fans are really looking forward to Eagles at least getting a goal first early in the game. Missed chances here and there. Nigeria having a fair dominance, and as I said, the fans will be more excited should they get a goal in this game. The pressure is still on, and we are waiting, Max.
The pressure is on, and we are waiting for goals in particular. But then the first, the first 18 minutes, let me put it that way. The first 18 minutes shows Nigeria enjoying dominance in terms of play. I don't think there's... Hello, can you hear me? It's pretty noisy where it is.
Are you with me?
Yes, Raymond, can you hear me?
Hello, studio.
All right, Raymond, we'll get back to you. I can understand the pressure now, maybe from where he's actually watching the game. But it's all about the ultimate football experience, taking you to everywhere the action is. That's our man Raymond Akparore, live from Lagos, also following the action, joining us via phone. We'll get him on board pretty much later. Maybe at the end of the first 45 minutes, he'll surely be right back. But let's take you back to the action. It's in fact Super Eagles against Tanzania. That's a ball that Samuel Chukwueze definitely was hooking, and he got impeded in the process by Tanzania.
Well, for Samuel Chukwueze, Nigerians will be expecting to see that performance that he showcased against the Citizens right in the English Premier League against Pep Guardiola's boys, whereby he got a brace, and you saw that after the game, Pep Guardiola had to single him out of praises and, of course, spoke to him as well. We want to see that Samuel Chukwueze, and, of course, that Samuel Chukwueze that's also shown against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic during the World Cup qualifiers, whereby he was indeed decisive, provided 2 assists for Victor James Osimhen in that encounter. Sometimes you never know the kind of Samuel Chukwueze that will turn up.
Exactly.
Maybe the one for Villarreal, or the one that sometimes just goes into his shell for Super Eagles of Nigeria. But all the same, at this grandest of stages, the players know that all they have to do is ensure that they put in their best. How they kickstart the first game definitely will matter going into the second game. They have a tough opposition in the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. That game will go down on Saturday before they play their final game of the competition against the Cranes of Uganda in the group stage. So get a maximum 3 points to this encounter, and you know that I'm going into that next game against the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia, and then you've maybe got your job simplified. So for the players, they need to ensure that yes, they put on their thinking cap. Think fast, don't just do too much, don't dilly-dally when you need to pass the ball, play with your nearest man, when you need to strike as well. Just do the basic, the simplest of things.
Yes, of course, that is what is expected, and it's the Super Eagles who are stretching the Tanzania wide. That's my observation in the last 7 minutes, really getting to the wide areas and seeing how they can take these Taifa Stars out of shape. They actually set up to defend in this one, and already we've gone past 20 minutes of action. It's the Super Eagles of Nigeria nil, Tanzania nil. Ultimate football experience on Eagles 7 Sports Radio, and what a moment there. It was just waiting for Victor Osimhen's head until Foba's intervention. The action is right there in Morocco. Action have gone down plenty. We've seen favorites getting wins only. Recently we saw how the Teranga Lions of Senegal were in front, and here comes Nigeria through Samuel Chukwueze. He calls one into no. Osimhen tries to hit a rebound too quickly. He did that and nothing came out, but meanwhile Nigeria still launching attack after attack. Cannot be stopped. Those other thought it's going to be a throw into Tanzania.
Well, for Samuel Chukwueze, definitely man has indeed been lively in this encounter. So far, so good. But I feel that he should also be able to just make use of those spaces, those chances, and of course those ample of grasses. He should also run into them. But when he is actually free, he did well by just cutting his man, but he just had to reposition himself to drop that cross into the penalty box, because we had a whole lot of bodies waiting for the cross to be delivered. The likes of Osimhen and Jerome Akko Adams as well. But you can still utilize that your space as well. You can still go into the penalty box, go into the 12-yard box, just to also add more bodies to the attack as well. Don't just have this stereotypical mindset of when you are at the right-hand side, you cut in, definitely it's a cross. Then you are going to be making the job so predictable for the Tanzanian defenders as well. You also need to be creative and, of course, just catch them unaware.
Nigeria, that looks like a foul in the area the referee waves play on.
Absolutely not. Indeed, that was a good challenge coming from the Tanzanian defender. I feel that he got the ball and not the leg of Ademola Lookman.
Yes, that is quite difficult to tell. But anyway, play continues. A moment that might just require a VAR review, possibly. No way. Action continues. 24 minutes. And no goal to report as yet. But plenty of action moment. Samuel Chukwueze tries to go past his marker, but can't. Tanzania with another rare moment to launch attack. The ball is quickly stolen by Nigeria. And not the neatest of football this evening from both sides. As the ball returns to Stanley. Do you think this team is lacking in firepower, Donald?
Well, we'll still say that we still need a creative midfielder. When you talk about firepower, it's only about Victor James Osimhen. I think that we still need a striker that can get that load off of Victor James Osimhen. Victor Osimhen feels that he's always carrying the team, and sometimes he can be so much under pressure. Well, we know that there are teams whereby it's just all about one man leading the team, but sometimes you need other players to also step up to the plate. You need other players to also rise to the occasion, so that when that player is not firing from all cylinders, they can also just get to chip in their own goals as well, whereby the goals can come from everywhere. It's just like Chelsea. The defenders are chipping in the goals, the midfielders are chipping in the goals, and the forwards are also chipping in the goals as well. Not that the goals will be concentrated to one part, like Real Madrid, whereby a certain Kylian Mbappe has got as many as 25 goals, and the closest person to him is Vini Jr. with just 5 goals. That's a difference of 20 goals. We don't want that for Super Eagles of Nigeria. Yes, we know it's all about Victor James Osimhen, and we saw what happened during the FIFA World Cup playoff against the Leopards of DR Congo. He was taken out in the second half or in the halftime, and we saw how Super Eagles of Nigeria just capitulated in that encounter. So yes, we're talking about firepower. We need someone else that can also just get to take the pressure off him. And I think so far so good. Jerome Ako Adams has not done a bad job right here. He has indeed just put in a decent shift. So far so good in this encounter. And for the referee, it must be noted that this is not the first time he's officiating a game involving Super Eagles of Nigeria. For the 34 years old, Nigerians will remember him fondly for officiating the game that Nigeria lost at the last edition of the African Cup of Nations. That was against the host nation, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire in the final. He was one that officiated that game whereby Nigeria lost 2-1, and Nigerians felt that his performances were indeed seen as average. And of course, this campaign as well, he was also the man who served as video assistant referee during the opening match between Morocco and of course Comoros. I'm talking about Mauritanian referee Dahane Beida.
Dahane Beida, of course, a very experienced referee who indeed has been a FIFA listed international referee since 2018. Just gave Nigeria an opportunity indeed to go in front, a set piece for Nigeria. Earlier it was Osimhen who was fouled. He thought it was quite a harsh and some heated moment, heated argument ensued. But it's all okay now as the heaven seems to have opened up. It looks like it's drizzling out there. Ademola Lookman. As the ball in front of Foba, it's actually a 5-man wall. Nigeria about to take a set piece. A tense moment there. Ademola Lookman goes for goal, but the ball seems to have been deflected. It's going to be a corner kick to the Super Eagles.
What a hit that was, coming from Ademola Lookman, looking for the top left corner, but it just scraped the body of the Tanzania player, and of course it will be a corner. Yet another corner to Super Eagles of Nigeria in this encounter. And for Super Eagles of Nigeria, they've just done well by just keeping the Tanzanians at bay, so that Tanzania are yet to get a corner in this encounter. Yes, this one will be taken from right-hand side by the Fulham player. Talking about Samuel Chukwu is definitely to be an in-swinger.
A lot of pushing and shoving in the area. That corner is taken. Doesn't look too good as the referee will have it retaken. Well, the set piece situation at the Afcon has always been very, very rowdy, especially coming from a corner kick. I saw the opening game, Morocco Comoros.
It was a fight.
It was like, come on. They were literally fighting.
Something comical also happened in that game involving Benin and DR Congo. The VAR.
Just look at that.
Yeah, the VAR did not work for 10 minutes. And something happened in that game whereby the Benin should have gotten a penalty, but because the VAR did not work, they did not review that one. At the end of the day, they went on to lose that game. A lot of persons have said that it is not good that officiating has started on a questionable note. Even when you look at the penalty that was also given to the Atlas Lions of Morocco that was missed by Sofian Rahimi, some persons felt that that also shouldn't have been a penalty. 2 penalties have been given so far, so good at this Afcon, and both have been saved by the goalkeepers.
All right, still early days to judge the officiating, but then they must get it right. Victor Osimhen is being troubled. The referee had to have talks with. Oh, yes, feeding on the goalkeeper there, Foba. Well, they must be very, very happy to hold Nigeria after half an hour of football, 0-0. The manager did speak about neutralizing Victor Osimhen and the likes. It seems, yes, it is working with so much aggression when they are actually closing on Victor Osimhen from the Taifa Stars defenders. 30 minutes, shots 6, Nigeria 2 to Tanzania so far.
And of course, looking at other statistics right here as well. Shots off target 3 to Nigeria, 0 to Tanzania. A block shot, 1 apiece, ball possession 62% to Nigeria, 38% to Taifa Stars. Corner kicks 2-0, fouls 4-3, throw-ins 8-3, crosses 6-1, counter attacks 2-1, goalkeeper 6-1-2, and goal kicks 0-3 as well. Wales, MGP, you spoke about the gaffer of the Taifa Stars of Tanzania, saying that they want to contain and keep the Spurs of Nigeria at bay. Well, half and half what we play right there in first Morocco. I feel that it is still early days. We saw what happened between Comoros and Egypt as well. There are definitely no two equal halves in a football game. Half time might be goalless, but second half you just get to see thriller loads of goals as well. So I feel that it is still early days in this encounter. The game has not really been so neat, so far so good. A whole lot of needless and of course some crazy tackles of flying in here and there. And for the Mauritanian referee, he needs to take charge and be more involved in this encounter.
Yeah, taking charge would require him to be very bold in the decisions. There's been really questionable decisions right there. Tackles just flying. But Nigeria are up in their tempo. There's a little urgency in the approach, while the Tanzania, they seem to be growing in belief. If we can hold them at bay for 30 minutes, yes, we can do it. All 45, I guess. 0-0. Semi Ajayi, Calvin Bassey. Stanley also has a feel of that one. Alexi Iwobi. He gets the return. Alexi Iwobi with the through ball to Victor Osimhen. Can he round the goalkeeper? Still Victor Osimhen. Ow. No one to connect with that pass from the Galatasaray frontman. And Tanzania can break now. All right, yes, it is the action. Group C, first action in the Group C, where teams housed are Nigeria, Tanzania, Tunisia, and of course the Cranes of Uganda at 9 p.m. But they serve you the updates of the other game. The Carthage Eagles of Tunisia taking on the Cranes.
Well, it must be noted that Nigeria and Tanzania are meeting at the CAF Africa Cup of Nations for the second time in this encounter, 45 years after their first encounter at the tournament. Their only previous Afcon meeting came at the 1980 finals when the host Nigeria opened their campaign with a 3-1 victory.
Samuel Chukwueze for Nigeria, going past Marcus easily, but then the last attempt was a missed one. Wilfred Ndidi. To Alex, who returns the ball to the left corner where we have Calvin Bassey. Nigeria still in a half though. Not too clean with their passes at the rear. They have to be careful. Stanley Nwabali is called into the action as well. 34 minutes. Semi-finally. Floats one into the half over Tanzania. Victor Osimhen on the ball. Victor driving all by himself. That was indeed
wasteful and from Victor James Osimhen. He needs to calm his nerves. He needs to take a chill pill. I think that he's so eager to get one into the back of the net. We have seen that kind of strike from the right hand side coming from Victor James Osimhen, whereby it was indeed wayward. Once again, a replay of that attack by Samuel Chukwueze. He did it by skipping past the first man. Yeah, nutmeg.
The nutmeg was beautiful. I know Donald would love that.
Yeah, the dribble is getting too much. You need to be more decisive in the final third. Just just drop all of those passes. We need to get at least a goal in the first half to just cushion everything I want to do in this game. So you need to just try as much as possible to release the ball as soon as possible. Don't dribble too much. Yes, when you need to dribble, you can do that. But when you've got players waiting for a delivery inside the 18-yard box, the likes of Osimhen and Aquadams as well, your job is to deliver all of those passes. Your job is to feed them, just like the yak, and of course they will score.
All right, pressure. Will it pay off at the end? 35 minutes. Samuel gave the ball away. It's been really difficult going past the Nigeria backline. Here comes Calvin Bassey. Joining attack for Nigeria, Victor Osimhen. He goes past the goalkeeper. Can Victor score? No! Cleared off the line. What a timely intervention by the defender. Victor Osimhen already. That the goalkeeper wrapped around his finger. Another look at that moment. He got on the ball. A drive towards the right. Hits it. What a moment for Nigeria there. A corner kick anyway. A short one it will be. Ademola Lookman playing with Samuel. Alex Iwobi floats it in. Nigeria go in front. Surely 1-0. Who gets it? It's Semi Ajayi. Yes, Nigeria finally break the deadlock. Pressure pays off. What a goal. A defender scores first for Nigeria. If I were on the other side of the divide, Donald, I would have won your 5K.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, can I?
Actually predicted right. Well, when you look at how that goal was indeed created, it looks like a training routine. First and foremost, let me start from the talks of Victor James Osimhen. It was a beautiful defense splitting pass, a true ball towards the path of Victor James Osimhen. He did well by running goalkeeper and, of course, had an empty net to just tap into. But it was a goal line clearance from Onwanyeto, just my 14-man for Tanzania. That was indeed timely, and of course it was the third corner to Super Eagles of Nigeria from the right hand side. I thought that it was going to be long, but they had to change the pattern because the last two corners they took it long. It was a short one by Samuel Chukwueze to Ademola Lookman back to Samuel Chukwueze. Samuel Chukwueze floated that one into the penalty area or inside the 10-yard box, and of course for Shemilo Gwajayi, just my 6-man for Nigeria, the central defender, he rose higher than every other player inside the penalty box. None of that one, bottom right corner, there was nothing the goalkeeper of Tanzania, talk about Foba, could have done to stop that one. Hence Super Eagles of Nigeria have now done by just altering the scoreboard. It's Super Eagles of Nigeria 1, Tanzania 0. Shemilo Gwajayi, the man who missed a penalty, or one of those players who missed a penalty during the FIFA World Cup playoff final against DR Congo, now opens the goal scoring account for Super Eagles of Nigeria. What a way to go.
And of course, Nigeria go in front, and they have, we have stressed the importance of that happening. And just like hidden to the advice from the studio, the Eagles have, of course, broken the deadlock. 1-0, 38 minutes. It's been coming. They have been asking all the questions. Alex Iwobi. Can this goal actually spur them to more in this half? When you look at shots on target, it's Nigeria 4 shots on target in the first 38 minutes. Tanzania just a short on target. Here comes the 3-time African champion, the Super Eagles. Ow! Osimhen just left that spot.
You saw how man was reacting so painfully. He's always so passionate.
He just left there by a second.
Yeah, missed some communication right there. Beautiful one too by Ademola Lookman and his teammates right there. I'm loving this energy.
They are starting to show their pedigree.
Yes, sir, from Super Eagles of Nigeria. Not all the time you say, oh, they've actually got the pedigree on paper.
Here they come yet again. Oh, intended the ball to Osimhen, but they know him too well. "39 minutes. This is Eagle 7 Sports Radio. We like to take reactions and, of course, your call at 45 minutes point. 44, okay.
40 actually.
Okay, 40. Okay, that's like you can actually get warmed up to be on board the show this evening. The numbers to call are 0700 2255 1037, 0700 2255 1037, or 0812 7828 497, 0812 7828 497. For your messages, 07067280732. Once again, 0706 728 0732. Let's take you right back. Calvin Bassey, he needs to get back on his feet. What's the moment there? Oh. That's a challenge. That didn't go too well. They came out the worst hits, but he's okay. 40 minutes, we're there already, so we can jump on the phone lines, right? My producer says, carry go. Hello? Oh, sorry. Do well to call us back. Do you think the half will end this way?
Well, for the skipper of the Taifa Stars of Tanzania, man is not having a beautiful birthday. So far, so good. It's also 33.
Let's see who's on the line here.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Emmanuel.
Okay, what's your thought after 42 minutes?
Wow. Well, it's such a
Now, my brother, man, you got to call us back, okay? And when you do, ensure that you are in a better, environment where we can have that conversation with Love on Radio, that smooth one. Hello, good evening.
Yes, call back, Emmanuel calling back.
Okay, welcome back.
Yes, Emmanuel calling back.
Go ahead, tell us, what do you
Thank
think?
you.
It's 42 minutes now.
Well, with the way the Super Eagles are playing now, I think they are really putting more effort to get ahead and to keep a very big rush to the Tanzanians. I see 3-0 in this match,
3-0.
and I know that if our guys do not late, we will win over the plainly being the first match. So that's good. I see Oxine scoring again and Ademola scoring.
All right.
Yeah.
Two more goals
Thank you.
from that caller for Nigeria. He says, Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. And photo from Tanzania. Okay, yet another call. Hello.
Hello, MGP.
Greeting to you. Welcome.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I greet you. This is Lord J from Western.
All right, bro.
I'm watching it live from the bamboo.
Now, so.
Yeah. It happened there.
Interesting.
If you have not been there, you are missing a lot.
Whoa, tell them.
I think that Nigeria is winning by 3-0. Tanzanians are not scoring anything today.
All right.
Yeah.
That man calling all the way from the Eagle 7 Bamboo Garden. If I talk and they go say na lie, now na own, I make you the talk and like that. He's enjoying himself and he says it's happening. If you've not been to the Eagle 7 Bamboo Garden, then you are missing. With the Nations Cup now in full swing, there's no better time to stop over at the Eagle 7 Bamboo Garden, which is situated right there in Wasimi, Ewekoro local government. Okay. What was that, Donald? Did you see that?
I thought he was going to allow play to continue for ball advantage, but he had to blow his whistle. Recall, it was something similar to this that also made Morocco to get their second goal in their game against Comoros as well. The referee had to use his discretion and, of course, allow play to continue. But for the Mauritanian referee, he just had to blow his whistle for that one right there. Whether or not it was indeed the right call, definitely it will be a $1 million question, and that's why Nigerians are not really so confident in the 34 years old. We saw him at the last Afcon. He officiated the final between Nigeria and, of course, Ivory Coast. A lot of questionable calls right there in that game, whereby Nigeria lost to Ivory Coast.
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, for Super Eagles of Nigeria. So once again, he's officiating his game, and for some of the players, they know him too well. But that's why they were so agitated. That why did he actually stop that goal-bound attack?
All right, stopping a goal-bound move there by the Super Eagles and giving the call to the opposite direction. That won't matter for now. The Super Eagles are in front. Nigerians will be more interested in the score. Tanzania in the dying embers of this one. Also fancy their chance. They are looking at taking it. That ball rolls out the touch. It's going to be goal kick.
And it must be noted that defensively, the Eagles have definitely been so compact. That pairing of Shemilo Gwajayi and, of course, Kevin Bassey, it has been so rock solid, so far so good. Yeah, we know that the team is still missing William Troost-Ekong, the ever reliable. And
are they?
Yes, they are still missing him. I mean, he's a presence in the team because even during the presser, they are pretty much presser. The skipper of the team, talking about Wilfred Onyendi, still spoke about the fact that they are still missing him. He might not be on the field of play, but they are always together. 1 minute of additional time. Even the gaffer of the team as well, talking about Eric Sekoshel, he says he's still missing his guys, still missing his players as well. However, I want to look at it, there's this bond, there's this friendship that has been created in that Super Eagles camp. So when you have someone like William Troost-Ekong just retire, when it came to a lot of presence as surprising, then definitely the players will miss him, and I feel that they are still missing him. Maybe not on the field of play, and someone that they are missing definitely has to be Benjamin Frederick. He has definitely been a mainstay of that defense.
Wow, whoa, captain tries one. Now Wilfred into the strike, and of course Samuel Chukwueze could just be doubling Nigeria's advantage, but no.
One touch too many
added in this one.
One touch too many coming from the Fulham attacker. Talking about Samuel Chukwueze. That was indeed a fantastic strike from outside the 18-yard box by
Wilfred Ndidi.
Wilfred Onyendi, looking for the bottom left corner. Wanted to beat the goalkeeper by his near post, and of course the goalkeeper parried it. It was a rebound to the path of Samuel Chukwueze. He had just one thing to do. He did well by sitting his man down, but then again, one touch too many. Wanted to get a finesse, and for the goalkeeper, he just punched down with the tip of his hand, landed on the roof of the net. A corner taken quickly from the right hand side. It was an in-swinger by Samuel Chukwueze, still with Samuel.
Nigeria still on it. Osimhen tries a bicycle kick, which will not trouble Fuba.
A beautiful attempt right there. Finally, the fat lady sings.
First half action ends in first at the sportive complex. This is indeed the ultimate football experience on Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. All right, what a game. First 45 minutes and Nigeria with the ritual. You know how it is before. They say thank you, God. And after the first 45 minutes, another time to appreciate God for the success of the first 45 minutes, we shall pray. A praying nation, we are most definitely, and your prayer seems to have propelled the national team in front against Tanzania after the first 45 minutes. It was Semi Ajayi who nodded Nigeria ahead in the first half, and this is the ultimate football experience on Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. Let's read the messages. Some came in pretty much when the first half just got started, so apologies, we're just reading them now. This is from I can see your name anywhere, but you say good evening, Donaldo and BGP. Wow, that's dual personality. Okay. Okay. How are you doing? Nigeria is winning 3-1 with Lukman scoring first. That one, Sokpe Otilo, just missed out, man. Victor Osimhen to get the first goal. Who's this? No name here too. Guys, endeavor to add your name to your contribution, okay? Let's have you tell us who you are. In fact, tell us where you're also texting in from. This is so important on radio, okay? So when the second 45 minutes is upon us, we'll be reading some more of the messages. This is Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103. Donald, have I taken your halftime thoughts?
Let me take that one right
quickly.
Yes, for Spectacles of Nigeria, indeed it was a satisfactory first half for them against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. Just how Nigerians would have envisaged and of course expected that they would have done in the first half. That was what they did. Ensure that you get at least a goal in the first 45, and of course that was what was done by Shemilogo Ajayi, getting that lone header in the first half of that encounter. Quickly, let's look at the statistics right here. Shot on target 7 to Nigeria, 2 to Tanzania. Shot off target 4 to Nigeria, 1 to Tanzania. Block shot 2-1. Ball possession 64% to Nigeria, 36% to Tanzania. Corner kicks 4-0. Fouls 10-4. Throw-ins 10-5. Crosses 9-3. Counter attacks 3-1. Goalkeeper saves 2-5. Goal kicks 1-4. All in all, it was all about Super Eagles of Nigeria just dominating the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. And for me, I'm not utterly surprised at all because yes, for Super Eagles of Nigeria, we have said that on paper and of course on the field of play as well, they are heads and shoulders above for the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. Like we do say in boxing, pound for pound, the player of Tanzania can definitely not lace the boots off the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I think that the only thing the gaffer would just tell them is that going into the second 45, you need to be more clinical. Speak to someone like Samuel Chukwueze as well. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Yes, I love what he's doing. The intensity is there. The high intensity is there. He's got the intention to want to do well, but sometimes I think that he overdoes these kind of things. Yeah, just continue. I don't think that we should also be talking about a substitution anytime pretty soon. Maybe when it gets to the hour mark, then we cannot talk about substitutions. Defensively, I love the fact that they've also done by just shooting the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper didn't really have much to do. Talk about Stanley Wabali Bobo, who was more or less like a pedestrian or even anonymous in the first half. They ticked all of the boxes well in the first half, but second half, just ensure that you do the basic things. Feed Akko Adams, feed Osimhen as well. And for the wingers, when you are coming from the wide, try as much as possible to deliver when you need to deliver. You take outside shot as well. We saw that outside shot by Wilfred Onyendidi, almost resulting into a goal. And Osimhen as well also need to calm down. I think that he's putting himself under too much pressure. Calm down, the goals will definitely come.
Calm down, the goals will definitely come. We have Raymond Akpawere on the other side. I was about to say we have Rema on the other side because Donald mentioned calm down. Raymond, how far? First 45 minutes gone by. Nigeria 1, Tanzania 0.
Yeah, good victory by the Eagles. Good performance so far. I think the goals would have been more than we thought. At least we saw a very, very different Eagles. Being to go hungry and almost flawlessly. Good performance, and I hope they will improve on that in the second half. But also they have to be a bit more focused, more organized, more focused, particularly in the final ball. Tanzania and excellent are still reflects, but generally, most of the players here in Lagos, are offered the view that they just have to make goals. They were early ones about that no goal scout. The pressure on West Ham today, I think all out to get that to now they see the call for more goals. I can't be thinking Nigerians will definitely need more goals as far as the account each concerned. And I want to see a better second half. The difference has been quite okay, which means also encouraging. The attack can't be shut down in terms of goals. You won't have blame to if I join in asking for more goals as far as the game is concerned.
All right, is that what the fans are asking for where you are watching the game? Do we have any fan who wants to share his thoughts with us as well this evening?
Yeah, definitely. I have some of them, and they're all enthusiastic. They are eager to get the bigger scoreline. And let's get to hear some of them who are set to speak to Eagle 7 Sports Radio 133.7 FM. Where the phone in goes. Eagle 7 Sports Radio. Thank you, man. Enjoy the game. What area have you been? So far, they started doing a lot of pressure. They played with quite some intensity to not playing in their previous matches. So they showed that they've actually come to this Afcon. I'm quite impressed by the way they played. Each one they had put in the same effort when they were playing the World Cup qualifier. That's to have a different story. I know that we have a different story. Yeah, just one goal so far. The fight for the effort. Different with the one goal. On the contrary, some people always believe that the opponent from the walk over.
nobody comes to the Afcon to come and play or to come and play. So the game is tight at 1-0, but I still believe that this is still for like 2 goals in the second half.
Definitely, I told you, we're looking for more goals, and this special guy, he said that he wants more goals, so he goes and charge.
Yes, he is fully in charge.
You know, it's possible
Possible scoreline now. Go for it.
So you had him as well, and lots more guys are stand by here. How many minutes? But definitely, all Nigerians are praying for the bigger scoreline.
All right, Raymond, thank you very much. As we prepare for the second 45 minutes, we'll return to you shortly. Thanks for joining.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, this is your champion station, Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. It's halftime right there in Fes, Morocco, Nigeria versus Tanzania. 1-0 after 45 minutes. Semi Ajayi got to go for Nigeria. So let's go on a recess. We'll return for the second 45 minutes.
Hello, sports fans. It's Lawrence Nwachuku Maxwell, head of station Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. As Christmas approaches, I want to take a moment to thank you for your loyalty and support throughout the year. May this special time of the year bring you joy, happiness, and all your favorite sports moments. Warmest Christmas greetings and a happy new year. Attack, attack, attack. God bless you.
This is Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM, where the passion burns hotter, the analysis runs deeper, and the champions, they don't just play, they fly. Stay connected. We're on TikTok, Eagle 7 FM. On X, formerly Twitter, Eagle 7 FM 1037. On Facebook, Eagle 7 FM 1037. YouTube, Eagle 7 FM. And our website, www.eagle7fm.com. From the locker room to the living room, from Wasimi to the world, we bring you sports like you've never felt it before. Eagle 7 Sports Radio.
It's game time! Tune in to Eagle 7 Sports Radio Front Page Sports Show every weekday from 7 a.m. to noon. Your host, the big game player, bring you the latest sports news, analysis, and entertainment. Plus, don't miss our big interview segment where we chat with the biggest names in sports and beyond. Not just about sports, we are talking society, culture, and everything in between. So start your day out right with the Front Page Breakfast Sports Show. Tune in every weekday, 7 a.m. to noon on Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. Tear off your casa.
In spite of the wars and challenges around us, we have a reason in hope. Hope for a better future, breaking boundaries, building legacies, and engineering innovations. We are pace setters, a broadened example of emerging leadership. We are Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7. The champions fly.
Shagway is really an artist these days. He's untouchable in that right flank. Shagway is still going, and it's in the net. It is in the net. Goal number 3. Incredible.
Eagle 7 Sports Radio. The best sports.
It's lights out and away we go. Sebastian Vettel gets a flyer ahead of Lewis Hamilton. He's out too. I don't think he's getting up. He's done the left hand. Come on, get up.
The best station. The best for you. Eagle 7 Sports Radio. Fly with us.
This is Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, live in the heart of Ogun State, Nigeria. We are the station with a difference, the station with a dream, the station with a vision. Our vision will unravel the mystery of sports. Our vision will take your understanding of sports to where it's never been before. Our vision will dissect sports to your understanding and catch your interest and connect you to sports. For up-to-date highlights, just stay tuned to Eagle 7 for music that will get you tapping to the beat and dancing from your seat. Stay hooked to Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM.
This is the Eagle. Fly high with us. Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM.
I know a place where the land is greener and diversity brings beauty, just like the rainbow.
TY Mix.
It's hard to replace
and chill.
such a good feeling when the news of unity fills the air while the wind blows.
Super Eagles, no tension. You are winning by the grace of God. You shall win, you shall win, you shall win. Zawo, 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 zawo. No matter who they be, Eagles always go. 1 goal, 2 goal, 3 goal, 4 goal. No matter who they be, Eagles always go. 1 goal, 2 goal, 3 goal, 4 goal.
One team, one spirit, one nation on the go. Indivisible, indestructible. Super Eagles, your victory, Baba God. I say, don't sign them, God don't stand them. Just go out there, grab them. Oh yeah, I've been one of your godfather. Super Eagles, oh yo yo. Handle it, handle it, handle it, handle it.
Hard to replace such a good feeling when the news of unity fills the air while the wind blows.
Super Eagles, no tension.
Yes, 45 minutes to our first win at the 35th African Cup of Nations right there in Morocco. Welcome right back to the ultimate football experience on Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. This time around, the Super Eagles will be attacking from the right to the left from our screen. Osimhen! A back chip goal.
Offside.
That's offside?
Yeah.
Whoa.
The celebration is too short-lived.
That was classy. Wait, look at that again. Where's he?
Offside.
Offside call. But Osimhen actually had the ball in the back of the net. What a start that would have been, Donald Senna.
Whether or not the goal stands, a good way to kickstart the second 45 for Super Eagles of Nigeria. Like we do love to say, there are no two co-hosts in a game of football. And right about now, the teams have switched positions or even sides. For Super Eagles of Nigeria, they're now playing from the right side to the left, and for Tanzania, playing from the left side to the right. Yes, it will be a goal check, a VAR. Well, it was a cross that was swung in from the right-hand side by Jerome Akor Adams. Victor James Osimhen was inside the penalty box. He just skillfully puts that one into the back of the net with his right foot, bottom right corner. Foba was well beaten. The VAR indeed raises a flag for offside. But right about now, the Mauritanian referee is being spoken to by the VAR room. Hopefully, this one actually stands up for Nigerians to be hoping that it goes the way of the Super Eagles, and for the Tanzanians, they'll have their hearts in their mouth.
It's a video assistant referee check. That check is over.
Absolutely
no
offside.
Goal. No goal. Osimhen was offside for the build-up of that goal, so it remains 1-0. But then, it was just the kind of starter we were expecting from the Super Eagles with so much urgency. We've often said that this team can excel, but they need the unity. They need to be very determined, representing the country 100%.
Well, this isn't the first time we have seen Super Eagles of Nigeria play like this or start like a house on fire. But what matters most is that can they maintain the momentum for 90 minutes? And of course, how would they respond if they also get to consider as well? Sometimes they just get to switch off and of course lose some focus and they allow the opponent just come back into the game. They started the first half 45 well. Now they started the second 45 just where they left off in the first half. But they need to just keep their feet on the gas or on the pedal as well. Don't soft to pedal at all. I mean, 1-0 scoreline is definitely so slim and slender in a game of football. You still need an assurance goal to put the game beyond the reach of the Tanzanians, because for the Tanzanians, they will still be thinking at the back of their mind that they can still get an equalizer and force a draw off the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Like the gaffer said, that if they beat Super Eagles of Nigeria, it will be like winning the title. Now imagine if they get a draw, they will still celebrate it as if it were all maximum 3 points. So for Super Eagles of Nigeria, they know that at least a draw in this game does not even do them any good at all. Nigerians expect nothing less than all maximum 3 points. We don't care how they do it, either scrappily or even beautifully well. That's indeed one of the hallmark of a championship winning team. Sometimes you play beautifully well, sometimes you just get to struggle. All that matters is pull the chestnut out of the fire. So for Super Eagles of Nigeria, they still need to consolidate on this, and of course don't just lose concentration at all. Now the Tanzanians are coming into the game.
Yeah, they are growing in confidence, and like you said, surely it's a 1-0 advantage for the Super Eagles, and that's so slim. You can just lose it if you don't. Whoa! The ball is in the back of the net. It is 1-1. It's a goal. They took that right out of my mouth. Nigeria 1, Tanzania 0. That was a lost moment, losing focus, I'd say. That man was in a world of his own. Well, look at that again. What a goal by Charles Umba. Putting his nation right back in this game, 1-1.
Yeah, most definitely for Mumbwa. He gets the equalizer for Tanzania. Well, a look at that build up right there. It was a cross-up from outside the penalty box.
Where was the defending?
Well, they felt that it was a defensive trap or an offside trap rather for the Tanzanians. They did not time that offside trap very, very well. And for the player who got that goal, talking about Mumbwa, just number 8 man for Tanzania, he did well by just timing his run. Man was indeed onside. He was indeed onside. And of course, the pass just met him inside the 6-yard box of Super Eagles of Nigeria. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. He just tapped that one into the bottom right corner. Man did well by just beating Stanley Wambali Bobo. For the defenders, they felt that he was offside, so they were raising their hands rather than just marking. They were raising their hands. I said it a couple of moments ago. How well can they just maintain the momentum? They snooze, and right about now, they consider that goal right there. Nigeria 1, Tanzania 1 is back to status quo.
Yes, indeed. Oh, what a second half. Nigeria, just a moment after a goal was chalked off by the VAR after the review. Tanzania, Nigeria through. The former African Footballer of the Year restores our lead. Ademola Lookman.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Maximum goal poacher. As soon as I see this player listen to my halftime thoughts, recall when I said, take outside shots.
Out of nothing.
Yes, absolutely. An individual brilliance coming from the Atlanta forward, former African Footballer of the Year, Ademola Lookman, just at the edge of the box. Man did well by twisting and turning.
Look at that.
He was looking for that opening. He dominated the player the first time, of course, took that strike from just edge of the penalty box with his
excellent
left
execution.
Who went into the back of the net. Yeah, fullback beating for the second time in this game. What a way to respond after conceding needlessly. Talk about Super Eagles of Nigeria 2 and of course Tanzania 1. Now they need not sleep again. It is still a goal lead or a goal advantage.
I tell you,
still put this game to bed.
It's been a flurry of it in the last 5 minutes. 3 goals, 1 cancelled. Nigeria back in front. Ademola Lookman, who has struggled for form all season.
Yeah. I mean, MGP, what this means is that goals are not lacking in the team, but what they need to do is maintain your position defensively. Don't lose the focus, and of course for the midfielders as well, how they're able to transition into attack as well. That's what the team is still unable to phantom. So far so good, but so far so good. Yes, for the strikers, they always know how to get the goals, and we are still waiting for one coming from Victor James Osimhen.
They found one already, but then it wasn't legit, according to the Mauritanian official tonight. What a game. What a second 45 we are having. The ultimate football experience. Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. It's a Tanzania in the half of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Tareen Al-Akia switches play straight to Simon Namsuva. Jersey number 22, Shumari. That man is free in the area. They could just... Was he offside? He was all by himself. That's a dangerous one.
Now, Super Eagles of Nigeria are living dangerously. The way they are just setting their offside trap, it is not neat at all, and it is not catching the Tanzanians as expected. The Tanzanians are so
if
sneaky.
Simon Suva stabbed that into the net, it's 2-2.
It's as simple as that.
It wasn't offside.
It's as simple as that. They need to be careful with their offside trap. They in Barcelona, they often do the high-line defense. This isn't high-line defense, but it seems as if they are not getting it right with their offside trap. The Tanzanians are escaping the trap.
This is becoming interesting. It's not about growing in belief. It's more about we can do this now for Tanzania.
You can see they are now passing the ball with so much.
We can do this actually.
Panache as well. They've gotten one goal. They smelt blood. They know that if we can get one, we can hurt them the more. Maybe they respected Super Eagles of Nigeria in the first half, and it's like, yo, look, we don't need to overrate or even respect this team. They can definitely be beaten. We can defeat them. We have scored one. Why not? Let's go again. We can definitely get 2.
And it's still raining. Raining goals, and of course, raining out there in Fest this evening. The weather hasn't been too friendly with the Afcon matches. There's been a poor weather in the last couple of games. The one before this, though you would also commend Morocco when you look at the pitches right after the rain. The drainages around the stadium just does its job, and no one can even tell that it's actually rained.
That's why we are commending Morocco for hosting one of the best Afcon. So far so good, even though it is just day 3 of the Afcon, but so far so good. Yes, everything that has been coming out of Morocco are indeed a pleasant and of course some delightful and cheerful news as well. They've got some fantastic edifices, fantastic sporting facilities, and of course infrastructures as well. That's what we have been clamoring for right here in this part of the country. Talk about in Nigeria. Yes, drainage system absolutely spot on. The media center spot on. The floodlights are spot on as well. Even where the fans are sitting, absolutely spot on. And not forgetting security as well. Everything you want to say that Morocco, they definitely tick the box. And of course, on the field of play, the players ain't disappointing as well.
Yes, of course. And the teams ain't disappointing. We've seen exciting games since the Afcon got off on a Sunday, with the host nation, of course, getting a very hot fought and commanding victory over the Comoros Island. Nigeria with a corner kick which is cleared by Tanzania. But for how long? As Nigeria All right, the referee has spotted an infringement there. It's called for the ball. Eric Sekoshel, a former Mali coach, back on the saddle, where I think he actually got to the semi-final with the Mali.
The Malians.
Yes, but I just could not go past that, and I remember what had been poured on him.
Yeah, to just cool off his boiling head.
They said he usually does that.
Well, the man indeed was a former player who played as a centre back. He was born in Ivory Coast to a French father and a Malian mother. Made 5 appearances for the Eagles of Mali national team, and now coaching Super Eagles of Nigeria.
What a job! What a dream job for him.
And that's why, even proud to the Afcon, when there were talks of him being old, he kept mute because he knows that it's all about starter padding his CV.
It's okay. You can hold me. I'm holding your job for now. Here comes Nigeria Super Eagles, and we have seen a couple of players being warmed up. I saw Bashiru alongside Moses Simon. Perhaps Samuel Chukwueze. Or you want to say Ademola Lookman should be a player?
I don't think Ademola Lookman should be sacrificed yet. He has been doing the Lord's job. Aside the fact that he got a goal, he has also been yellow carded, the first player to be yellow carded in this encounter. Talk about Ademola Lookman goes into the referee's bad books. That wasn't a needed challenge at all on the Tanzanian player right there. Talk about just number 20. Yes, Ademola Lookman, I feel that man just unknowingly stepped on that player's foot. Talk about Miroshi. And he definitely goes into the referee's bad books. That substitution will ring in. Yeah, Samuel Chukwueze will be taken out for Moses Daddy Ajala Simon, who plays for Paris FC right in France. There is also Fisayo Dele Bashiro also waiting to be introduced in this encounter.
I guess the senior players the captain talked about during the press conference. We have one of them on the field in Moses Simon. His wealth of experience is needed at this point. I know what he can actually bring to a game of this magnitude, Donald.
Yes, there's no denying the fact that for someone like Moses Daddy Ajala Simon, he's a big player, and of course we know that he often delivers when Nigerians want him to deliver, not all the time though. And someone like Jerome Ako Adams has also been taken out, and Fisayo Dele Bashiro has been introduced. I feel that this one will not be a tweak in information or even the tactical play of Super Eagles of Nigeria. I guess that now it will now be 4-5-1, just one prong attacker in Victor James Osimhen, because there's no recognized attacker that will be partnering him. Or if we move to 4-4-2, it means that Ademola Lookman will partner him up front, because I can see a positional switch from Ademola Lookman. He has gone to the far right. Maybe it will not be a 4-4-2 or 4-5-1.
I'm even looking at the 4-3-3.
4-3-3. But all the same, Victor James Osimhen will now be the prong attacker.
Arrowhead.
Yes, it will be the arrowhead. It will spearhead the attack right there. Fisayo Dele Bashiro, maybe to just bring in more bodies to that midfield to stabilize the midfield, because for the Tanzanians, they're having a few days just penetrating that midfield right there.
All right. Yes, the change. Let's see just how well the manager tweaks this team. It's not Uhuru yet. It's not a game that they would say, yes, they have in the bag. It's a 2-1 advantage, surely, with an hour of football played already. That's 40 more to go.
Yeah, quickly, let's look at the statistics right here. Shot on target 8 to Nigeria, 3 to Tanzania. Shots off target 4-2. Block shots 2-1. Ball possession 62% to Nigeria and 38% to Tanzania. Corner kicks 5-0.
Moses Simon immediately comes into the game. Victor Osimhen with a beautiful pass. That would have been an exquisite goal if only it had found the back of the net from Ademola Lookman after Victor Osimhen's control. Chesting the ball and using his head to pass to Ademola Lookman, who, maybe should have just hit it straight rather than hitting it to the ground.
Well, that was indeed perfect coming from Ademola Lookman. Slammed the ball to the top right there. Made that one so difficult for the goalkeeper, fullback, but still parried at the end of the day. Yeah, corner swung in. Not to be met by Wifa Onyendidi, still with Nigeria.
Dele Bashiro gets one into the area, but now Tanzania, who are being swamped by Nigerian players. Victor Osimhen shoots
Once again, we welcome from
Not
Victor
on
James
target.
Osimhen. From that position, that's the third time he will be just striking anyhow right there.
And
He needs to calm his
I mean,
nerves.
I've seen him score one too many goals from that same position.
But he needs to change the tactics. It seems as if the Tanzania defenders, they came so ready for him. He's the marksman, he's the talismanic attacker for Nigeria. So they know that he's definitely so lethal. On his own day, he can punish any defense. We saw him even punish a defense that had the likes of Virgil van Dijk. Talk about against Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League, whereby he got the lone goal, whereby they were victorious over Liverpool 1-0. That was Fenerbahce. And for Ademola Lookman, I don't know if I'm the only one noticing this, but there's this flamboyance and of course this a free way of just playing football. Is
carefree approach.
Not necessarily carefree, but he's enjoying his football now.
Okay.
Like what we saw during the World Cup qualifiers when he was still having problem with Atalanta. Now that he has solved all of those, you can tell that mentally or psychologically he's now at the right place at the right time, and it is now making his football to flourish. He's not enjoying himself, because then Ademola Lookman was more or less like a shadow of himself. But now that he has solved all those problems with Atalanta, he's now beginning to enjoy his football. That's to say that a whole lot can happen to players mentally or even psychologically as well.
That's very true. He's now in a place that he wants to be in terms of his mental health and physicality, enjoying his football again, hoping that this will be a tournament where he re-establishes himself. Don't forget, it was after his exploits right at the Nations Cup, and not forgetting what he was able to accomplish with Atalanta that saw him being crowned the African Footballer of the Year in 2024 rather. Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM 2-1. Make no mistake about it, Tanzania are not just sitting back. Tanzania are also getting to test the Super Eagles of Nigeria, just as we have made a fullback, the goalkeeper for Tanzania, the busiest of the Taifa Stars this evening.
Well, a substitution has been made by the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. Of course, Kelvin John has been brought in. Man replaces his teammates right there. That means for the Gaffer, he has done his first substitution. It came in the 62nd minute. Msuva has been taken out, and John Kelvin has been introduced for the Taifa Stars of Tanzania.
Simon and Suva off for John. Dele Bashiru, one of Nigeria's new entrant, looking quite quizzical there.
Well, finally, Tanzania, they've got a first corner.
They take it. But that's Dele Bashiru defending for Nigeria as Wilfred indeed declares. Osimhen beaten by Tanzania. They are just playing around the front of Nigeria's goalpost. But the referee sports a foul there.
That was an offside.
An offside call. Momboa.
That's the one who got the equalizer for them before they were pegged back.
And of course, Sai Samuel.
Down on the top.
Holding on to his knee there. Just hope it's not much of a problem.
We've already seen a player just go back home at the start of this Afcon. That's the skipper of Morocco. Talk about
Says.
Yes,
was
Says right there.
heartbreaking.
Definitely heartbreaking. And of course, a man has been sent home, and another player has been called in to replace him. Like it's been said in local palace, if one man own no spoil, another man own no go better. But the prayer be say make our own no spoil, make another person own better.
Make Super Eagles so not spoil. Yes, now, because the old lot, man, is entailed in the success. For them to win, so much would happen. You know how this has been Nigeria's number one unifying factor.
This is the only place we get our own Suko.
There's nothing unites Nigeria more like football.
Yeah, especially you and I, it directly affects us if they do well.
Seriously.
So we actually want them to do well.
It's like the air that we breathe.
It's as simple as that.
It's crazy, man. You guys can imagine. All right, it's 2-1, and the time is 65 minutes. A game hasn't dropped in intensity. We've just been very short of, goal scoring moments. Dele Bashiru, who just came on trying to size the...
That was Moses Simon.
Oh, that's Moses Simon, rather. He gets the ball again. This time, does he keep it in play? The referee says yes. Moses Simon, twisting and turning. On the left, Alex Iwobi can make it 3. Does he? Is that a save? It's a goal kick.
That was indeed a fantastic strike coming from the Fulham midfielder right there. Talk about Alex Iwobi. For Moses Simon, does what he knows how to do best from the left-hand side. Turns his marker inside, in, and of course out right there. Pass the ball to Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi made his way into the penalty box. Struck that one from the left-hand side of the penalty box with his left foot. Was always going high and wide. Man was just targeting the top left corner. And for Victor James Osimhen, you can see that he was also agitated.
At the other end.
He could have just gotten a pass and an easy tapping into the back of the net. Once again,
Nigeria and Osimhen could just have his moment. Like you said, Donald, he's just too much in a hurry to put the ball in the back of the net. That's one opportunity just gone for Victor Osimhen. It was a pass from Alex Iwobi.
A big chance gone begging, and I feel that if he knows how to use his left foot better, probably that should have gone into the back of the net. Because if you see the way he was actually positioned, he had to twist himself again to use his right foot to take that shot. Hence, just taking some couple of seconds away from that action right there. If he had to be someone like Erling Brot Haaland, bam, it should have gone into the back of the net, but he just had to twist his body to use the right of his foot, and I think that's why he missed that chance again. Victor James Osimhen, I think he definitely wants to get a goal. I can tell that man is just putting himself under small pressure. Calm down, enjoy yourself, enjoy the game. The goal will come naturally or easily. That was indeed a wrong pass coming from Zedu Sanusi. Wanted to just pass the ball to Stanley Wambali, and of course it was indeed so wrong, and you just gifted Tanzania their own second corner in this game.
It's a second corner this time around from the right. They are coming really close with the set piece that they are winning. And the corner kick is taken by Tanzania. Stanley.
Wow, what a corner. Man was looking for an Olympico. That was so dangerous.
It's definitely a points it out. It's going to be yet another corner, this time from the right.
That was a beautiful corner.
Stanley Bobo hasn't been tested in this game.
Except when he was beaten.
It's been one of the most quiet game I've seen over Stanley. Even his funny moments, nothing of such have we seen this evening. The Tanzania still in the half of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Just a substitution made by the coach, taking off Simon Nsuva, one of the few foreign lads in the 28-man roster of Tanzania.
Now you can see the set of maximum goal butcher. It's only Victor James Osimhen up front. All men behind the ball. Looks like a 4-5-1 formation. Super Eagles of Nigeria now more conservative. That's why you can see the Tanzanians now attacking. Because they've got more bodies up front than the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's only Osimhen who is now the attacker up front, just trying as much as possible to disrupt the defense of Tanzania. And with that being said, they also can now attack Super Eagles of Nigeria. I think that it's not time for Super Eagles of Nigeria to just go back into their shell. They still need to come outside. 2-1 is definitely not so assuring in any game of football. You still need to get an assurance goal. Put the game beyond the reach of the Tanzanians. Tanzania can still get a goal against the run of play. Looking at the Argentinian referee, rather the Argentinian gaffer, he knows that something can still come out of this game. This isn't the first time he's actually officiating right here on the continent of Africa. Man is well traveled, interestingly, talking about the gaffer of Tanzania right there. He was formerly with Al Nassr as well. He was the former coach of Cristiano Ronaldo, and for such a gaffer, you know that most definitely he has paid his dues. So for Super Eagles of Nigeria, still kill this game.
Moses Simon, can he help in killing the game? Throw in. The Paris FC forward, who has been very instrumental at both club and country, has often rose to the occasion for Nigeria at a major tournament. A throw-in is taken. Zaidu playing with Simon. Lifts it for Simon. Simon driving the ball right back to Calvin Bassey. Semi Ajayi now. It's a 6-5 corner kicks so far. Tanzania.
You see the difference between first half and second half. They had 0
Here
in the
comes
first half.
the Super Eagles. He made the run, retreated, and that's a communication gap there, in my opinion.
Once again, miscommunication between Ademola Lookman and of course Victor James Osimhen. MGP, did you see that reaction coming from Victor James Osimhen? I think that a man needs to calm down. He was like just... Okay, let me not use that word, but I mean that gesticulation isn't good at all. In such a situation, you need to still applaud your teammates or just give them the thumbs up.
But you know Sime very well, you know, like I do.
Sometimes it can be misinterpreted.
He's always part of what he does. Even at club level, you see him always, you know, coming with a whole lot of gesticulation when it comes to, you know, moments where he could have scored or, yes, he should have passed the ball. So I don't think it should, the other player can read any meaning to that. That has always been Victor Osimhen playing football, expressing, you know, that's deep emotion anytime.
Obviously, the players definitely they don't need to just read meaning into that gesticulation or expression from Victor James Osimhen, considering the fact that the player who also had the ball was also in a promising position to also get a goal as well. He's also someone that has gotten a goal in this encounter, and he as well is someone that knows how to get goals as well.
Another man who loves to dribble pretty well. Nigeria. Bright. And he get the ball into the area. The ball is cleared now. He did so, but they're not too good. Cross into Tanzania's 18. A throw into Nigeria, which is quickly taken. Alex Iwobi. Nigeria are becoming a little bit too lazy with the passes. They look at that again. You can see me working lazily there.
Yeah, once again, just
what is going on? It's frustration setting in gradually, you want to say.
No, he doesn't need to set in at all. He needs to applaud his teammates. They are doing what they need to do. He just needs to be calm and, of course, composed. Find yourself in that promising position. Time your runs as well. And just be clever. Be nifty to always move away from your marker. And I think that that goal will come. He himself understands that he's the marksman. And, of course, he's the most potent attacker of Nigeria. As such, the defenders know that they will have all of their eyes on him. So they will do twice as more to mark him than mark any other attacker, so he doesn't have to just take all of it just like that. Rather, take it as an added motivation as well.
And of course, Alex Iwobi is doing everything he can to feed him. Just look at that again. Victor Osimhen pushes Maka.
Now you see that frustration. He vents it on his marker.
I think the manager needs to look at a possible substitution for Victor Osimhen at this point.
I can read his lips. I didn't touch him.
We have quality on the bench.
He said I didn't touch him, but obviously it looks like he touched him truly.
No, he didn't.
He touched him. Didn't he touch him?
Football is a contact sport.
He touched him, but was that touch enough to have been blown as a foul? But he touched him.
Yes, the game continues. But then it has to be said that the Super Eagles don't look like they are interested in getting further goals. And for Tanzania, yeah, the same can be said. We have definitely run out of those exciting moments in front of goal. At 75 minutes of play, Alex, Moses, Ademola. And that's it.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Appreciating Ademola for the pass.
Applauding him. That's more like it.
Osimhen does everything. He's a bundle of talent right there for Nigeria. What a gift. What a striker. But yet to find the back of the net. And Nigeria's opening Afcon 2025 encounter. Moses has one man to beat. Goes for Ademola. Ademola gives the ball away. Nigeria closing in.
That was a neat challenge from Ndidi. What did the referee blow that whistle for?
But the referee thinks otherwise.
That was a neat challenge. Got the ball off the...
Ndidi won that ball. Another substitution while that one was going on. Would confirm that shortly. Sub for Tanzania. It's the Super Eagles meanwhile in the half. Alexi will be to play with Moses Simon. Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, waiting for that delicate pass. Nigeria slowing the tempo a bit. Zaidu. And Moses plays with Zaidu. That's a good ball, but to no one in particular. End-to-end stuff.
Yeah, the forward-mindedness from the Eagles is definitely commendable. When they have the ball, they know that it's all about taking it forward, and I love the teamwork right there. Although the final pass in the final third was definitely not good at all. From Zaidu to Alex Iwobi back to Zaidu, then from Zaidu to Moses Simon back to Zaidu, then into the penalty box. But the final pass just let them down right there, and Tanzania definitely attacking on their own. Basically, it's end-to-end stuff.
It's end-to-end stuff, but the Tanzanians are looking at getting the equalizer, while for Nigeria, they do need a goal.
Well, for Tanzania as well, it looks like when they also get to the final third, they are bereft of ideas. They don't know what to do with the ball when they get to that promising position. Hence, they now lose the ball cheaply as well. I think both teams now, they are not even interested in keeping ball possession. Just have the ball as long as you can have it. Then give it back to me. I will also give you back when I'm done with what I want to do with it.
The substitution implemented by both managers to a large extent seems to have derailed this course of this game.
Yeah, for Fisa Dele Bashiru, I'm here to see his meaningful contribution in this encounter.
Moses Simon, yeah, he also hasn't really impressed that much. Yes, substitution for Tanzania. The Taifa Stars. "79 minutes, 11 minutes to go for Nigeria first win. At the latest Afcon.
Yeah, double substitutions for Tanzania. Kabombe has been taken out. Mnoga has been brought in. Alarakia also taken out. And Job has been brought in to do the job for Tanzania.
Job brought in to do the job for Tanzania. A ball distribution there by Stanley. Straight to Osai. Short passes from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Zaidu. Just waiting to pull out the Tanzanians from their half, I guess. And a mistake there from Zaidu.
Man just literally passed the ball to his opponent.
Gave the ball away.
And so far, so good at this Afcon. It's all about the big game players just turning up for the national teams. We saw Brahim Diaz and, of course, the man who plays for Olympiacos, Tawat El Kabi, turning up for the Moroccan national team. We saw Man City's player, Tawat Mamouche, and, of course, the Egyptian king as well. Liverpool forward Mo Salah also turning up for the Pharaohs of Egypt. And, of course, earlier today as well, we saw for the Teranga Lions of Senegal, the man who is on loan right there at Bayern Munich, talking about Nicolas Jackson getting a brace for his side. I think he's the current goal scorer right now at the Africa Cup of Nations. He's got 2 goals.
The only player with 2.
And now for Spurs of Nigeria, Ademola Lookman, former African Footballer of the Year, turning up as well. It's all about the big game players turning up for the national team.
If Osimhen don't turn up, then the big players didn't turn up.
Well, I'm not going to say that. It's just match day 1. He can get a hat-trick against the Carthage Eagles.
Exactly. Well, then these tournaments has often been characterized by, this very low product in terms of delivering the goods. I remember the last time when it was during Halo on fire for the Eagles, and you can't even imagine that one day it will be Osimhen's turn. Then there's no way you can put Osimhen ahead of John Jude. Ihalo. Osimhen. That's a free kick. Nervy moment. Right there, Victor Osimhen. He just wants his name on the score sheet.
So badly, you can tell. So badly.
He's doing so with everything in him right now. Even after losing the ball, still fights.
And he also needs to be careful because we know that he's a player that has got glass legs.
Reason I said the coach should
and go.
ponder substitution. We are not lacking a cover for Victor Osimhen. There is a Paulo Nacho. There you have it.
Talk of the devil. Hopeless for Trabzonspor. All right there in Turkey.
Osimhen needs to be rested. He will definitely get applauded if he steps out right now. 18 shots for Nigeria compared to Tanzania's 8. Eight minutes left in the opening game for the Super Eagles and Tanzania at the Afcon. Nigeria. Tom.
What was that coming from Fisal Delebashiru? He needs to be doing better. You've got a lot of bodies inside the penalty box just waiting for delivery. You were just twisting, turning, dancing all by
At
yourself.
the end of the day,
and you took away one shot.
Wasteful effort.
Even the technical bench are definitely not happy at all.
The squad, they know that was indeed an over-ambitious attempt.
Eric Sekushel.
One you shouldn't.
Daniel Ogumodede and the man who coaches Rangers International, the working one, Fidelis Ilechukwu.
There is Ilechukwu. Moses keeps the ball in play.
Poor from Moses.
Very poor from him. I thought he had already kept that ball in play. All he needed to do was keep driving. He decided to return home, and in the process, lost possession. Tie for stars. That's a good ball. Hits. Wide. 84 minutes. Kelvin John, the new man. Trying one. Now 85 minutes. Delebashiru.
Once again, so poor from Fisal Delebashiru. Just a lack of communication between themselves and Victor James Osimhen. We are yet to see a proper true ball to the path of Osimhen, except that one that was given to him in the first half, whereby he rounded the goalkeeper and it was a goal line clearance by the defender. We want more of those passes. That's why Victor James Osimhen is just so agitated and giving those gesticulations that are not so good, but it's a part of game and it's part of how he plays as well.
If you don't feed him, he can't score. Like they say, if you don't buy the ticket, you can win the lottery. Here comes Simon. Simon! Shoots, but blocked right there. What a defender, Calvin.
Calvin Bassey, so rock solid for his Pegasus of Nigeria.
Throwing everything at it.
Putting his body on the line for the Eagles. I recall that he was the only player to feature in all 10 qualifiers for the World Cup.
For Nigeria,
yes. So reliable and of course dependable for Pegasus of Nigeria. Paul Onuachu,
these two are breathing down each other's neck in the Turkish top flight.
Yeah, the Turkish Super League.
The two hottest strikers right there.
Galan, of course, Trabzonspor. Osimhen, Paul Onuachu.
And of course, it's a swap right there for Nigeria as Paul Onuachu takes the place of Victor Osimhen. What was that about?
I hope they're not giving the media men so much to talk about.
That's the thing, you know. Every lips movement, we love to read it. We I just love to pick the brain of these players, these coaches.
You know, it reminds me of Karim Adeyemi. I think that was over the weekend when he was substituted for Borussia Dortmund, and he didn't like the fact that he was substituted. He wanted to just walk down the tunnel, and the sporting director had to stop him. And sporting director said they don't like such attitude from players because he actually sent wrong signals to even his fellow teammate as well.
That's right.
And they said definitely they will attend to that and he will be fined. So coming from Victor James Osimhen, not the right attitude to Eric Sekushel, but I just hope that it is not as serious as a first thought.
It's more like, why are you holding me that way? Okay.
It took me out. I told you I wanted to get.
Wow.
What was that coming from Calvin? Another miscommunication. Don't these guys understand themselves? Just allow the ball for the goalkeeper. Record man has got a twisted wrist. I hope he did not.
It seems to have picked up something not good. Oh, it's stepped on his
hand.
I think so. But it looks okay. A corner kick. 88 minutes. Corner to Taifa Stars. Taifa Stars. They are knocking and getting.
That looks so
really
dangerous.
Close.
Abdallah.
The man seems to have picked a knock as he sliced at that ball. That was really close.
Really close. Could have been the equalizer for Tanzania if man had just balanced himself and struck that one well. Would have beaten the goalkeeper by his near post.
He seems to have done it in a very difficult position.
Yes, you can tell.
Now.
He fell awkwardly, but I guess he will just complete this one.
Yes.
87 minutes on the clock, MGP. We can now open the phone and, of course, get the thoughts of the listeners as well.
All right, and the numbers to call are 0700-2255-1037. 0700-2255-1037. 0812-782-8497. 0812-782-8497. On WhatsApp 0706-728-0732. 0706-728-0732. Nigeria, Ademola Fisayo.
What are all of these wrong passes coming from Fisayo Dele Bashiru? His passes are
Nigeria don't have that killer instinct, the ability to kill off games. We have a caller. Hello. Hello. Yes, you can call back. The lines are open for your contribution, your comments. Use them on WhatsApp, or you call us live on the show. Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM, the ultimate football experience. Afcon 2025 coverage. A first game for the Super Eagles. Seems like it's going to be 3 points in the bag. Drop messages on WhatsApp 07067280732. Nigeria winding the clock down now. Moses. Still the Super Eagles. This time Alex. Let's see just how many minutes of added time the fourth official would indicate. We didn't get too many.
3 minutes of additional time.
Moment. 3 minutes added in the first half. It was a minute. Hello. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Okay, you do well to call us back. We are definitely going to be bringing on Raymond Akparawe shortly. But Tanzania ain't done with their substitutions. They're set to implement yet another. Raymond, our reporter right there in the Center of Excellence, will be joining us shortly. Hello. Hello, good evening to you. What's going on? Hope the phone line is okay. Otherwise, drop a message on WhatsApp. WhatsApp number is 07067280732. Raymond Akparore. Raymond.
Few minutes to go. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, yes, let's hear you. I mean, the pressure must have reduced to a very, very good extent.
Yeah, definitely. And the fans here, in Lagos are enjoying it. I said that many are complaining that the goals did not come the way they wanted it. 2 goals to 1, they consider it as a very slim lead. For me too, it's actually a slim one. But, I mean, what is important is the 3 points. Yeah, 3 points very key. We are so close to getting the 3 points. I thought we were going to consolidate on the 2 we scored earlier, but I thought that bad. That's my people would say worry. So we just hope they will hold tight to it so that we don't see any nasty situation.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles, when it is Stanley Wambali, everything is possible. We hope they will keep talking to him because it's bringing a lot of Nigerians heartache. Talk about his composure, his calculations, and all that. There could have been communication. There could have been communication between him and the defender. That's a close one.
Kevin Bassi.
So we're a bit lucky there, so I hope we come back more organized when we take on Tunisia. It's almost over, but definitely 3 points are good enough. But I thought it goes with more than this. That's the feeling of most guys here in Lagos.
Okay, before we even sample their thoughts, what do you make of Victor Osimhen's performance this evening? It seems like he was too desperate to just get a goal, and the coach had to substitute him, in the second half. Do you think that was justified? What do you make of his performance tonight?
Just before he was substituted, I was asking 1 or 2 guys here if they were impressed with the performance of Osimhen. And the truth is that the balls have not really come his way. We are still having problems with proper crosses. If I'm a coach, I wouldn't have tall attackers like Paul Onwuashiru and, of course, Victor Osimhen. And you don't come with area balls. Yeah, the crosses. We have a situation where almost everybody wants to put the ball on the ground. And it's difficult penetrating the central defense zone. And so that's why our attacking options the goal surge is not as massive as it should be. So, but if we come with proper crosses more regularly, I think Osimhen and Onwuashiru, their effort will be better appreciated. But so far, not a bad one. 2-1 has ended. I want to see a better team next time out when we take on Tunisia.
All right, then. Well, of course, Raymond, do we have anyone with you, perhaps, who also wants to join the conversation before we... So, can we...
just a minute.
Okay, yeah, let's see, because the fans are the reason why we do this, so let's bring on a fan.
So you get the feel of others, what they think about the game. Just a minute. It's live. You are on to Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. Please, the full name and tell us what you feel about this game. Your name. Hi, my name is George Osage Abolele. It's been a very interesting game for the Nigerian Super Eagles. They've been very excellent in all of this. A wonderful performance. They showed strength, unity, and grit. And I'm super happy that at the end of the game, they came out with a 3-point success. And of course, it is my utmost prayer that they continue with this momentum and to see the entire team to victory and winning this Afcon to the glory of God. Are you impressed about the performance of Osimhen?
Well, he did his very best. He's always been an engine room in the entire team, a very good motivator, an excellent guy on the field who gives his utmost best to ensure that the team gets to a successful position. Quite unfortunate or quite sad that he didn't get the goal, but his input alone is enough threat to the opposition. And I'm happy that the team got a 3 points, which is absolute or the topmost result that is deserved of the team.
Do you think we're playing to our best? Is it the best we can get against Tanzania?
Well, averagely, yes, because when a team comes out to give their very best and they deliver and get the results, we applaud them. However, a little tweak here and there, given to one or two lapses in the midfield, and I believe the coach has seen all this, and I'm sure, as it's due, he should make corrections for the subsequent matches coming. All right. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, so you heard that from some of them, yeah. Apparently they want more, but indeed they are satisfied with the fact that Senegal has 3 points in this encounter. Max.
All right. Well, of course, Raymond, it's good to see the Eagles back to winning ways. So we'll shift attention now to the next game, Tunisia versus Uganda. We'll definitely reach out to you once that game is upon us. Thanks anyway, and I do enjoy your evening.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Well, Donald Senna, the big game player, what a way to start your tournament. Yes, it was indeed a close one, 2-1 victory for the Super Eagles. The last time we won against the Taifa Stars, it was a 3-1 victory way back 1980.
Well, what matters most is just kickstarting your campaign on a winning note, and of course, with your stronger foot as well. The Super Eagles of Nigeria did well by just pulling the chestnut out of the fire. You want to say that, indeed, it was keenly contested, but like I said earlier, what matters most is getting all maximum 3 points. It would have been so different if it were to be maybe a draw or even a loss as well. A whole lot of persons fancy that Nigeria were going to get all maximum 3 points. Yes, in the first half, I was indeed satisfied with their performance. Maybe in the second half, not really satisfied with the changes being made by Eric Sekushel. The players who were brought in did not really just add to the team as well, considering the fact that they were fresher, they were more energetic. The likes of Moses Simon and of course Officer Dele Bashiru, they did not really do what was expected of them. And I'm sure going into the second game against the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia, Eric Sekushel would have definitely learned one or two from this first game and look at how they can definitely do better against the Tunisians, because in Tunisia you are facing a better and of course a more composed side and indeed a more qualitative side. Some of the errors that they made away with tonight, they might not be so lucky if they make some of those errors against the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. So against Tunisia, we need to raise the ante, we need to raise the bar, of course, just up the ante as well. Do better. Entirely, not particularly a poor game. They did well in the first half, could have done better in the second half, but going by the pedigree of the team that they played against, they were lucky in one or two instances right there. It could have easily been a 2-2 draw. That late missed a chance by the Tanzania player right there. If that had gone into the back of the net, would have been saying something different entirely now. So it was not as if, Super Eagles of Nigeria blew their opponents out of the waters. But what matters most in this kind of championship is you get 3 points, and of course you can be able to grow as the tournament progresses as well.
All right then, thanks so very much, Donald Senna. If you missed it, well, Nigeria just defeated Tanzania by 2-1 in Hubna at the Afcon 2025. Earlier, DR Congo defeated Benin Republic by a lone goal, while Senegal also victorious over Botswana by 3-0. In the MPFL today, Nasarawa United and Barao FC played a 0-0 draw, while we have EFL Cup coming up, the quarterfinal of EFL Cup. It's Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Can I take one before I hit the road this evening? But stay glued to Eagle, because we got you covered as far as the next game is concerned. Sorry. I guess I kept you on the line for too long. Apologies. My name is Lawrence Nwachuku Maxwell, the maximum goal poacher, the MGP on the MIC. On the road. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
This is President.
Welcome. Welcome, bro.
No, the performances of the Super Eagles today is still excellent. But Victor James was feeling need to take it slow. Other players in the team too need to score. And I see in our next game, we have a goal. And the substitution of the coach, removing Chikwueze at that time, is too early. And the introduction of Bashiru to play, he did not really contribute much to the team. So thumbs up for Ademola Lukman. Thank God he's back on his form.
All right.
And thank God Saniwa Bali too is more calm today. So it's not the Onana of former United that we used to know today.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, resident for resident. Of course, Donald Senna's got you guys covered. Just wait for it as we serve you the update of Tunisia versus Uganda, our other group opponents. We'll see how well they fare in their game. My name is Lawrence Nwachuku Maxwell, the goal poacher. Catch you all tomorrow on the back pass belt, which gets on the way from 6 p.m. Attack, attack, attack. God bless you.
I know a place